Things are always very different in public versus private life, and everything is under a magnifying glass.
I don't regret nothing about life, anything I've been through, up or down. It just was what it was, and that's behind us, grown, and I believe in, respect. I grew up on respect, and I think if disrespect, we deal with that.
Something shifted in Toni Braxton's world, and it had nothing to do with love, fame, or the spotlight. This was heavier, darker, the kind of thing that made people look at the whole situation sideways. Around that same time, she claimed a demon actually spoke to her. And then Birdman had that strange moment on stage that left the crowd whispering, "Hold up, what exactly are we watching right now?" People started whispering that maybe Cash Money wasn't built solely on hit records and business deals. Maybe there was something spiritual going on behind the scenes, something nobody was supposed to speak on. But what Toni later revealed had fans rattled, because it flipped everything they thought they understood about Birdman, Cash Money Records, and the secret supposedly hidden behind those locked doors. This is where everything began spiraling. Toni claimed she actually heard a demon speak to her, and then she dropped a line that left the entire room frozen. She told Tamar that the Bible was written by a racist white man. Right after Tamar opened up about wanting to read the Bible more, to protect herself from the dark energy she felt creeping around her. Not long after, the rumors came flooding back even stronger. People were murmuring that Birdman might be connected to those alleged industry ceremonies, the hush-hush ones that big names never admit to publicly. Fans started connecting dots they swore they'd never noticed before. Then February 2024 hit, one of the eeriest moments anyone had seen. Things got wild. Birdman went viral after the Hot Boys reunion in North Carolina, when cameras caught him standing completely still on stage, head down, mic in hand, while everyone else performed like normal. At first, people joked that he was just exhausted. But when BG had to tap him to snap him out of it, the internet exploded with questions like, "Yo, what is going on with him?"
And every left me was never successful without me.
8 people online started throwing out every theory they could think of. Was he zoned out, overwhelmed, or dealing with something spiritual that the public didn't know about? Things escalated even further when Toni's friends allegedly claimed she told them something had gone wrong in that same spiritual sense. And the timing lined up almost too neatly for some fans, which had people looking sideways at everything happening around them. But the wildest part, this wasn't the first time Birdman's name had been pulled into strange, spiritual-sounding conversations. When the whole Diddy situation blew up, one of the alleged victims claimed the incident wasn't random. They described it as some kind of ritual-style gathering. In that same statement, the person mentioned Birdman along with a few others. Once fans caught wind of that, social media lit up again with people connecting dots, wondering if that story about a so-called ritual gathering was tied to the same dark circles Birdman keeps getting rumored about.
Yes, sir. I want to start this off straight, telling all 3 of y'all stop playing with my name.
Let's go on there. Let's go.
Stop playing with my name.
Let's do it on camera.
Stop playing with my name.
Let's
I ain't
go
gonna
right
say
on
it no
there.
more.
Birdman's name kept popping up, and it wasn't just random talk anymore. People started noticing something off about the way he moved behind all the fame and money. It was like he lived by his own code, part loyalty, part control. And once you stepped into his circle, you weren't just signing contracts, you were tying yourself to him. He bragged that artists who left Cash Money never hit the same level without him, almost like a warning disguised as confidence. Toni Braxton hinted at that same intensity when she said she'd seen things she couldn't unsee. She made it clear Birdman didn't just expect loyalty. He demanded it. And that Breakfast Club moment in 2016 proved it. He walked in, shifted the whole room, and dropped the line everybody remembers. "Stop playing with my name. Put some respect on my name." That wasn't just a meme. It showed exactly how he expected people to treat him. But when your entire empire is built on pressure and intimidation, cracks eventually show. People started realizing his idea of loyalty looked a lot more like fear, and the stories that followed didn't help. Like the night Birdman's crew pulled up on DC Young Fly's friend in the studio, chaos broke out, and Birdman allegedly took the man's chain and posted it like a trophy. Or the Keisha Cole situation in 2014, when a fight at his condo turned into a full-blown scandal, and no matter who came into his life, artists, friends, or women, the energy around Birdman always seemed to spin into chaos. And that's what kept people looking at him sideways.
Cole went to Birdman's penthouse and found a woman named Sabrina there and decided to lay some hands on her. And I'm not talking about prayer. Ooh, that was okay. She kind of put them paws on her, if you know what I'm talking about.
Keisha Cole look like she can fight.
She does. She look like she. We from the hood. We had to fight for being light skinned.
Birdman's situation with Toni Braxton only made things look stranger. They reportedly married in August 2024. Toni filed for divorce 2 weeks later, then dropped the case months after. By early 2025, they were celebrating like nothing ever happened. The back and forth had people saying the energy around him felt chaotic. And that pattern showed up in his longest, messiest connection, Lil Wayne. For years, they moved like family, until money issues, control rumors, and the delayed Carter V album blew everything apart. Wayne even filed a massive lawsuit, saying he felt trapped on the label. Then the 2015 tour bus shooting, which Birdman denied any involvement in, had the public speculating even more T.O. fans. It all looked like a repeating cycle. Pressure, loyalty, control, and fallout. Even after everything, Birdman went right back to flexing publicly about Cash Money's success. But the comments told a different story. People questioned the numbers, the payouts, and whether the hype was just part of his image. And that's why Toni's comments hit differently. She suggested the energy around him wasn't just business. It felt darker, heavier, like something people kept noticing but couldn't fully explain.
He's always been aloof. He doesn't like people knowing about him. And I always tell him, babe, you need to change the narrative.
Birdman has always moved like a mystery, closed off, guarded, and hard to read. Toni Braxton picked up on that cold energy fast, which is why she told him he needed to change his narrative before it swallowed him. To her, that polished, untouchable image felt like part of his whole control routine. Then Rick Ross shook everything with idols become rivals, calling out Birdman for how he treated artists and hinting at money problems. After that, reports about liens, debts, and his foreclosed Miami mansion started making people look twice. Even more stories surfaced about unpaid rent on another property, adding to the chaos. Fans began saying his old respect through fear act wasn't working anymore. His image was cracking, and everyone around him seemed to feel the fallout. Even Toni faced her own tax issues, which only made the public talk louder about the strange energy surrounding him. In the end, the whole situation felt less like success and more like a warning. Like being close to him came with a price.